Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's U.S. End-of-Day Technology Deep Dive for Thursday, August 21st, 2025. We'll be covering market moves in technology, communications, and healthcare indexes, stocks, and ETFs. I'm your host, Ira Roth. Let's dive in. Tech-related indexes closed lower today. The Nasdaq 100 fell 107 points to 23,143. The communication services sector has shown notable strength with a very strong positive trend, despite closing down for 4 consecutive sessions. Market breadth shows mixed signals. The Nasdaq 100 saw twice as many decliners as advancers today. However, the Nasdaq Composite and the healthcare sector both showed more advancing stocks than declining ones. Looking at returns, the healthcare sector stands out with a positive weekly return of 0.6%, while other tech indexes are down around 2.4% for the week. Communication services leads year-to-date with a 14.3% gain. Among top performers, Hewlett Packard Enterprise led with a 3.7% gain to 21.82. Dayforce showed strength, rising 2.3% amid increased volatility over the past 5 days. Fair Isaac moved up 1.3% after 3 days of sideways trading. Notable returns among top performers show Dayforce with an impressive 30.4% weekly gain. Hewlett Packard Enterprise has gained 5.5% month-to-date, while Fair Isaac remains down 31.6% year-to-date despite today's rise. Among decliners, First Solar dropped 6.9% to 192, marking its 3rd consecutive down day. Seagate Technology fell 2.3% after hitting an intraday all-time high, but failing to hold those gains. Despite today's decline, Seagate Technology maintains a strong 79% year-to-date gain. Enphase Energy continues to struggle, down nearly 50% year-to-date, while Fortinet has declined 22% this month alone. Nasdaq tracking ETFs showed weakness across the board today. Cubes and ProShares Ultra QQQ both extended their losing streaks to 6 consecutive days. Vanguard Information Technology and VanEck Semiconductor each registered their 3rd straight decline. The inverse leveraged ProShares Ultra Short QQQ benefited from this weakness, marking its 6th straight advance. Looking at returns, semiconductor exposure through VanEck Semiconductor ETF leads year-to-date performance with an 18.7% gain. The leveraged ProShares Ultra Short QQQ has declined over 40% during the same period, reflecting the broader upward trend in tech, despite recent weakness. Week-to-date declines are most pronounced in the leveraged products.
Looking at stocks in tech industries, I'm Sally Short. Alphabet edged up slightly, with a very strong positive trend. Microsoft has experienced 5 consecutive down days, with some downward volatility. Apple and Amazon continue their downward streaks, while Meta Platforms dropped 1.1%. Year-to-date returns show mixed performance among tech leaders. Microsoft leads with a 19.6% gain, while Meta Platforms shows impressive growth at 26.2%. However, Apple has declined 10.2% during the same period. Semiconductor stocks showed strength today. MaxLinear jumped 6.1%, while Aeluma broke out upward with a 5.2% gain after 3 flat days. Blaze and Mobix Labs each gained nearly 5%. Looking at longer-term performance, Aeluma stands out with a remarkable 152% year-to-date gain. Meanwhile, Semi-LEDs has gained 52% this year, despite showing mixed trend signals. Mobix Labs has declined 49% year-to-date. In cloud computing, Hewlett Packard Enterprise led gains with a 3.7% increase and very strong positive trend. SS&C Technologies showed upward momentum, marking its 4th consecutive positive close. Rackspace Technology gained despite showing a strong negative trend. Year-to-date returns in cloud computing reveal SS&C Technologies up 17%, while Cadence Design Systems has gained nearly 16%. Rackspace Technology continues to struggle, down 47% this year. In AI and robotics, Vicarious Surgical surged 8.1% despite a very strong negative trend. Oceaneering International broke out upward after 4 flat days. Zebra Technologies and AeroVironment each gained over 1%. Year-to-date performance shows AeroVironment leading with a 53% gain. However, Vicarious Surgical has declined 52%, while Zebra Technologies is down 20%. Oceaneering International has dropped about 12%. In thematic ETFs focusing on AI and robotics, automation shows a strong upward trend, while industrial and logistics exhibits some downward volatility after 5 days of consolidation. Robotics and automation and Nasdaq AI and robotics have both closed lower for 3 consecutive sessions. Year-to-date performance shows Spear Alpha leading with a 20.6% gain, followed by automation up 13.7%. Robotics and automation and Nasdaq AI and robotics have gained 10.8% and 9.5% respectively this year. Electric vehicle stocks show strong momentum today, with XPeng surging 11.6% amid very strong upward volatility. NIO follows with a 9.2% gain. Rivian Automotive shows a very strong negative trend despite edging up slightly, while Lucid remains unchanged. Weekly returns highlight XPeng's 15.5% gain, with NIO close behind at 15.2%. Year-to-date, XPeng has surged 92.5%, while Lucid and Rivian show declines of 30.8% and 8.9% respectively. In quantum computing stocks, Keysight Technologies leads with a 1.3% gain, followed by IonQ up 1%. Honeywell International shows 3 consecutive up days despite a strong negative trend. TE Connectivity has declined for 3 straight sessions. Year-to-date performance is led by TE Connectivity with a notable 40% gain. IonQ and quantum computing show declines of 11% each, while Honeywell is down 3.7% for the year. Solar stocks show strong gains today, led by FTC Solar surging 11.8% with upward volatility. Skycorp Solar follows with a 9.8% gain despite its strong negative trend. Beam Global breaks out upward after 3 flat days, rising 4.1%. Week-to-date, SolarMax Technology leads with a 17.6% gain, while FTC Solar is up 14.2%. Skycorp Solar shows the steepest monthly decline at 70.9%, while Spruce Power has lost 52% year-to-date. Leading tech thematic ETFs showed mixed performance today. The SPDR S&P Semiconductor ETF maintained a very strong upward trend, closing at 274.48. The WisdomTree Cloud Computing Fund exhibited sideways movement for 5 days despite its strong negative trend. The First Trust Cloud Computing ETF registered its 3rd consecutive down day. Looking at year-to-date returns, the First Trust Index Innovative Transaction and Process ETF leads with a 17.4% gain, while the SPDR S&P Semiconductor ETF follows with a 10.5% increase. The WisdomTree Cloud Computing Fund shows the largest decline, down 10% for the year.
And with that, we wrap up another end-of-day technology deep dive. I'm Ira Roth, along with my AI co-host Sally Short. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated, and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency, and commodities. Thanks for watching.